are the only line of defense against these demons, and yet humans still willingly eat them. In one of the first episodes, a kid tries to feed one of the chickens a fried chicken.
Yeah.
You know? They try to get them to commit cannibalism right then and there.
And he's just like, oh, hell no.
You are eating your last line of defense. What is going on?
But it's so yummy. It's so yummy. Boys, welcome back to another episode of Trash Taste Anime Club. Woo! I'm Connor, once again joined by the boys, Joey and Garn.
Connor's trying so hard to stay awake right now.
No, because I'm fighting because we had a bunch of fried chicken. And
Connor's chickened out right now.
it's slowing me down,
Yes.
and I'm fighting through it. But we watched 3 animes.
Yeah, this is a special anime club.
And this is
3.
and this is a special anime club because not only because we have 3, but we actually got sponsored in our first show that we
Yay.
watched together. So in case you missed it, we uploaded a VOD on the Trash Taste After Dark about a week ago.
Yep.
Watching Rooster Fighter.
Yes.
Since this segment is going to be sponsored by Viz Media.
Thank you, Viz.
We're also going to be talking about 100 meters and Sentenced to be a Hero later
Yes.
on in the episode. So
Yes.
and timestamps are on the screen right now. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, should we talk about Rooster Fighter?
Yeah, do we need to bring
We need
we've
a-
got hats. We got some
We
hats.
need to
We
bring
got
out
some
the
hats.
chicken hats.
We got some hats. I just want to say, I'm very glad that, you know, as soon as you get sponsored and, you know, you're like, you have to pretend to be like a fan. I'm glad that we got sponsored to watch this.
Yeah.
Because this show is just fun.
It's
Yeah.
It is dumb. I think they won't mind us saying that, but dumb fun. I think it's
Yeah.
the best. And that's why we're wearing our chicken hats to celebrate the dumb fun.
Yes. Yeah, this is a show that's the best way I can describe it. It's kind of like Bucky, but with chickens.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got that, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's got that, like, classic 90s, like, hyper masculine yet incredibly dumbness of, like, a JoJo or, like, a Fist of the North Star,
Yeah.
but they're all chickens.
I mean, the second scene in the show is our main character, Rooster, Keiji,
Yeah.
banging another rooster. And there's no censoring.
No nothing.
You just see it all.
Yeah, it's like a nature documentary. You don't need any censoring.
It's beautiful. And the girl is loving it. She's having a great time.
So in case anyone missed the After Dark VOD, should one of us
Yeah, we
explain what
should.
the show's about?
Where to even begin? So there are what I thought to be kaiju
Yes.
that are terrorizing humanity, but no, they are demons that are transformed from real people.
Yeah.
We don't know why they transform. It's kind of implied that maybe a person is stressed and they transform into this giant monster or like a fucking kaiju monster ass being.
Yeah.
And apparently the only thing that can combat them are roosters and chickens. And how can I describe? And that's basically the show, right?
I mean, if you really think about it, it's kind of an analogy on real life. Like
How?
when something terrible
How?
happens in humanity, you know what's the easiest and quickest fix? Some chicken. Everyone's in a good mood after some chicken, you know? That's the whole point of the show.
So the first episode opens up. Keiji saves a little kid and does some kind of like lightning speed move plus kick and destroys this kaiju the size of like a 20-story building.
Yeah.
And that's how you introduce the show. Then it kicks into this anime opening, which is essentially an 80s like rock song. It just like it doesn't waste any time. Immediately into a scene of Keiji the rooster banging a girl and then leaving her, and she is distraught. And then he's like, I don't need anyone to tie me down. I don't need baggage.
So he hits her with the line, I just gave into my animal instinct.
Yes.
That's KG special
Hardest
right there.
line.
And then, yeah, it's just kind of like monster of the week for the next couple of
Yeah.
episodes while the characters kind of develop. We see Keiji kind of going around and just dealing with demon shenanigans for the first
Yeah,
episode.
KG has a special move. I can't remember what the special move is.
It's
to finish.
Yeah.
Kokekoko.
Which
Yeah.
is the cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's basically
Yeah.
Japanese and cock-a-doodle-doo,
Yeah.
but it's like a Kamehameha, but with like, but it's like a Kamehameha and a phosphor dart put together.
Yeah, so KG screams at the top of his lungs and apparently hits a note that makes these demons explode,
Shit themselves.
shit themselves and explode from the inside out.
Yeah.
And my God, I don't know who voices KG, but some of those screams
Let's look it up actually. 'cause I
was insane. right? I don't
Yeah.
know what pair of lungs they have.
I hope he got paid well.
His throat is absolutely damaged.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like impossible.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
In English, is voiced by Patrick Seitz. That's so funny. The guy voices Dio.
Miyake Kento.
Oh.
JoJo as well.
Oh yeah, wait, no, he's in
Miyake Kento is he's in JoJo, right?
Oh, he's Steel Steven.
Is it All Might?
It's All Might.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
Might.
Okay. Damn, bro can still go that high? My God.
And for all intents and purposes, I guess KG is kind of the superhero king of this world.
Yeah.
He kind of just is able to deal with everything.
Yeah. I think the first thing that threw me for a loop was every one of these characters that gets introduced has a tragic backstory, right?
Including KG.
Including Keiji, whose sister is eaten right in front of him. Not in that way, but his sister gets eaten right in front of him, and that unlocks Keiji's limiter or something.
Yeah.
His cock limiter.
Don't say cock.
I cannot.
Even though you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
The thing limiting his cock is no more.
Yeah. He's no longer the
Yeah.
normal cock.
And he becomes, the super rooster, the super
super
cock.
cock.
The super cock.
Hancock, if you will.
Oh my God.
How many cock jokes can we make in this segment?
This is too many. Too many. But essentially, he unlocks this superpower, and apparently, that is the power system. And there are a few characters in here that unlock their own powers, including Keiji's sister as well. As
We've seen a previous flashback.
we've seen another
in episode 3,
flashback
I believe it was.
where she's attacked by a dog, and she unlocks this firepower.
Fireballs?
Fireballs? I don't know.
I don't know. She basically turns into Dio and cooks this dog alive.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then in episode 2, we're introduced to a chick.
Pyoko.
Not a girl, like an actual chick.
Yeah.
Like a baby chicken called Pyoko, who is like owned by this like Yakuza guy, I guess.
Yes, a bit of a failed man in some senses,
Some
with a lot of
sense.
stress and a lot of debt.
But she learns the Yakuza duty, the jingi, in the Yakuza world. And basically once Keiji saves her, she's like, that's my boo now. I'm going to go along with him. I'm going to fulfill the duty and go along with him.
Yeah, one thing that I was surprised about was how sad like the situation she was in with what is essentially her father figure.
Yeah.
I thought when Cage came along and killed the demon, she just basically saw her dad getting murdered right in front of her.
Not even murdered. His head fucking exploded.
Yeah, I was like,
Probably the worst thing to see.
damn, how much therapy do chicken therapies exist? Therapists exist?
They will.
Because they need to after that.
Yeah.
And then in the third episode, we get introduced to the Elizabeth,
Oh.
the female chicken,
Yeah.
who
Would.
Joey just went straight for it.
Yeah, Joey's very into this.
Joey went straight for it. For me, I'm just like, damn,
Well, she's a very nice voice. Okay.
she has a very nice voice, and
now-
she has nice eyes as well.
True,
It's
true.
She's got the constant bedroom eyes where I'm just like, that
Yeah.
had to have been on purpose. I mean, come on.
So Elizabeth is introduced, and she's immediately trying to kill our goat KG. And we're like, why is she doing that? And so while she's middle of fight, she explains, "Bitch, don't you remember?" He's like, "I don't even know who you are." She's like, 6 months ago, we made love. Not sex, we made love. And you just walked out. And then we get a flashback where he says the same thing that he says to all the girls.
Yep.
yeah.
He's like, I just gave in to my animal desires. I
Yeah.
gotta leave now. And so he's like, what the fuck? So in the middle of their fight, in the middle of the street, by the way, everyone's like watching this fight go
Yeah.
down. Keiji pulls an absolute banger of a move and does kind of like a suplex, gets around her, and then kisses her. And somehow she suddenly remembers her feelings that were there.
Yeah.
And then Keiji starts trying to go for it in the middle of the street.
Not even no
He
permission.
starts like laying it on her.
Yep.
Like he gets like 2 inches deep, and then Elizabeth's like, "Whoa, whoa!" She does like the Charlie move. He's getting his cock out.
He may be a rooster, but damn, does he have that dog in him, man?
He's got that dog in him.
He's got a dog in him,
He
dude.
got that dog
You
in
just
him.
can't help but do the hit and run.
Yeah.
Elizabeth turns up like Go-Go Gadget and is like, hey, by the way, I got this thing called a smartphone.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
You should take a look at this.
I don't know if Elizabeth has superpowers, but she has a stick that apparently has 10 million volts in it. Somehow. Just carrying that around.
Yeah.
I want to know what the logistics of that is.
We never know how she charges this shit up.
Yeah, and then we end off episode 3 with a hot spring episode where
Yeah.
they go into the hot spring.
Yep.
And we find out more about the demon that ate KG's sister and the
A little bit more of the backstory.
Yeah,
of
and
everyone.
power scaling of the world. Apparently,
Yeah.
the demons are different colors and have different features. That's how you can kind of
That's
identify.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
Yes, me too.
So, like, first off, okay, what are the humans doing?
Well, jack shit.
I just
We're kinda
want to know.
useless. Kinda
Yeah.
useless in this world.
I mean, the entire like first couple of episodes when you just saw these demons just destroying every part of Japan imaginable. I
Yeah.
just kept asking like, this is usually like a military operation or something. This isn't just like a freak occurrence kind of thing. This seems like it happens every other fucking day.
Yeah.
And then we saw that footage of the white demon just annihilate about 17 tanks.
Who was the same guy that ate KG's sister?
Supposedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposedly. Do you know what's the most insane thing about this world? The fact that apparently, from what it looks like from the first 3 episodes, chickens are the only line of defense against these demons, and yet humans still willingly eat them. They reference fried chicken. They reference like. What in one of the first episodes, a kid tries to feed one of the chickens a fried chicken.
Yeah.
They try to get them to commit cannibalism right then and there.
And he's just like, oh, hell no.
You are eating your last line of defense. What is going on?
But it's so yummy. It's so yummy.
If there's any anime that's going to turn me vegan, it's this one. I'm joking.
Look, I'm just saying, like, if these birds are the only thing defending you against these demons that are popping up, how about you not eat them? There
Yeah.
are other meats that you can do. Chicken is delicious.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think what it is that maybe it's implied that because KG and these other, like, I assume other chickens that are defeating all these demons are doing it so discreetly that the humans are just like, oh,
wait.
Discreet.
What? In what way?
He was banging that rooster in public. And they were fighting. The police were chasing them.
no, okay, but
Discreetly.
okay, so you're just okay.
The same way when you rip a fart,
Yeah.
it's discreet on the pod. Bro, we hear it.
No, what I'm saying is, right, like when KG fucking makes a dude, like a kaiju's head explode, for example, right? And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, I guess he just got
What was
destroyed
discreet
by
about
some. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, none of the humans are just like, wow, did you see that chicken just destroy that kaiju? Maybe we should look into that shit.
No, the guy,
no, they never do.
The old guy was like, damn, that chicken perfectly did the resonance to blow that thing up. He was literally talking about the chicken.
There's that one guy that's acknowledged the chickens have power.
I don't know.
And then he made him pick up the trash.
Yeah. It's like, clean up after yourself.
It's just. I don't think there is anything discreet about what we just
Yeah.
watched. Literally half the city got destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
and no one is
discreet.
like, oh man, I wonder if the chickens will come and save us again. Like, no one's been saying that. They're just like, oh fuck, it's another kaiju. What are we gonna do?
It's because they're racist.
They are.
I think that was like out of everything that the show presented me with. That was the biggest thing. I was just like, damn. It kind of bothers me that they're not acknowledging the chickens.
Yeah. They're not acknowledging them.
I just want my ghosts to be acknowledged and
you.
not ignored. Because I was like, because it's kind of established that chickens can understand human language, but they still cluck. They can only cluck to each
Yeah.
other. So they can't actually communicate with humans.
Yes.
But humans still treat them like they are like, sentient beings, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm so confused.
See, I think we're falling into the trap here of trying to figure it out with
Rationalize,
logic.
No, Joey. No. It's
don't think-
important, Joey.
I don't think this is the point of the show.
It matters, Joey. It's important to me, okay?
Power scaling is very important to this universe as well. We
Right.
figure out who's the goat,
Yeah.
where they line up, who can they handle.
As long as the logic is set internally of the world and the logic is consistent, that is what's important. I just want to know what is up between the human and chicken relation in this show.
I don't think we'll ever know,
I
bro.
do.
So one thing that I am confused by is that Elizabeth seems to be able to know how to use and wield a smartphone.
Yes.
How is she? Is it Face ID? Is it PIN code? What? How are we opening this phone? Because I put my thumb on it and it apparently recognizes my thumb and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I always have to fucking type in the goddamn code.
Do chickens have fingerprints?
No.
No.
Oh, no, they go for voice recognition, right?
Voice recognition.
Voice recognition.
Yes, it's just like.
Jarvis, open up.
She
And
opens
then-
up Siri and I go,
Hey Siri.
So they're using Elizabeth and her smartphone wielding powers to basically discover all the information. 'Cause
Yeah.
yes.
Neatly enough, there's a database online that tells you all about all the demons.
Well,
So-
that didn't bother me too much because it's pretty clear, it's set up that Elizabeth comes from a privileged background.
Yeah, you didn't
know?
see her playing the piano and doing calligraphy in
yeah,
episodes.
her childhood was ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's drinking wine in the bath daily.
Yeah,
Based.
she's drinking Romani
Conti.
Conti.
How much is that a bottle?
Like, it's very expensive. from
Nabi,
what I know.
Google a
Average bottle of Romani Conti in Japan.
Yeah, let's see.
Can't be
this.
that much, surely.
Bottle, and
Yeah.
she was just drinking.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck. Wait, 200. Wait, no.
No,
What is
that's
that?
20
20,000
million.
20 million. So
That's
that's
10 G's, bro.
That's, yeah.
No, that's 100.
No, that's
Gs.
100 G's.
That's 100. That's
Oh,
100
20 million. Oh,
Yeah,
my.
that's 20
That's 100
million.
G's.
20 million for a bottle.
She's drinking
of,
that shit in the
bath.
and you're giving it to a chicken?
How rich are you where you can feed Romani Conti to your chicken? I aspire for that level of wealth.
Yeah, right.
The cheapest one, the apps. That's not even real Romani Conti. Yeah, there. Yeah, the cheapest one I could see is 11 million yen, which is about $80,000.
All right, well.
Wow.
Okay, who's buying this online as well? That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy
right.
getting this shit. Yeah, do you guys accept card, cash on delivery?
Do you take PayPal?
Cash and delivery on that one. And she drinks that in the bath.
Damn.
But damn, her family kind of chill. When they played fighting games together.
Yeah, they played
That was
Street
the
Fighter and shit.
That was the biggest like surprise. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, mom and dad, I didn't know you were chill like that.
Damn.
I can't believe she can do calligraphy.
Yeah, right.
So elegant.
And the owners are just like, wow, she's so smart. It's like, bro, take her to Mensa. Like, what are you doing? this is a genius animal you have in your house. Get that shit checked
a lot
out.
of people would say it's crazy to have a rooster as a pet, but I you know, this world.
We used to have chickens as pets.
What? Like you wouldn't have them in the living room though, like fucking playing Street Fighter with you.
No, not that. But my grandma had 2 chickens when we were growing up.
Yeah, they stay
as pets.
outside.
Yeah. And we ate both of them. We did. I'm just saying. My grandma was like, I don't wanna,
Joe, you can't call it a pet.
Were you sad about that?
yeah. I was like, I was like 6 or 7.
Did they taste good?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joe, you can't call it a pet and then end the story off with, and then we ate it.
I literally, I remember seeing my grandma walk out into the backyard with the hatchet, and she was like, "All right, chop." Ate her that night.
Were you what was its name?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
It was delicious though.
He remembers the taste. I
remember the
He remembers
taste.
the taste, but not the name.
Yeah,
That's all that's important.
she gave us some good eggs. You know, that's
like,
all I remember.
damn, you were remembered for your taste.
You'll be remembered.
Yeah.
These 11 secret herbs and spices on you. You were delicious. You're a part of me now. It's like Pochta, bro. It's like he's a part of me now.
Yeah, I mean, seems like one of those shows that kind of like knows how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
Who animated this? I'm so curious to see who animated
It
this
was like
as well.
Studio Sanjigen, I think it's called. This is the first time I've ever
think
heard
I've
of this.
heard
studio.
of this.
Scroll up, Nemi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scroll
scroll
up.
up.
It's on the
It's on the
sidebar.
side.
Yeah, what else is the...
Above. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sanjigen.
I think they've made more 3D anime as well. Oh, they made...
Oh wow, Terraformers.
Oh my god, Aoki Hagane no RPG.
Oh,
Natsukashi!
they made Bang Dream.
They made
Oh,
Bang Dream.
that's where I've seen it from. I've seen their work on Bang Dream.
Oh, they did the
Okay.
initial D movies as well.
Yeah, all of
Guys,
them.
Bang Dream. Okay, they made
Miss yeah, they've done a lot. Wow. Okay. Holy shit.
nobody cares.
But of course, they did Rooster Fighter as well.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Who asked?
Nobody
I
cares.
only care about Rooster Fighter right now, obviously.
Nobody's listening to
I'm
what
in
I'm
a very
saying.
rooster fighter time in my life.
Yeah. I will say I want to watch the rest of this just because I just want to know where this ridiculous plot goes.
I mean, it's nice as well when you have an anime like this where there is a story, but you do feel like, oh, I can just kind of like chill and watch it week by week. And
it is
enjoy
the
the
best,
absurdity.
Yeah, it is the best just turn your brain off and enjoy the ridiculousness type of show. Whoa, hold on boys. Let me tell you about today's sponsor, Shopify. Starting something new in your life is not just hard, it's absolutely terrifying. So much work goes into that thing that you're not entirely sure will work out, and it can be hard to make that leap of faith. Like when I started my clothing brand, for instance, I had no idea how to run a clothing brand. I just had all of these ideas that I wanted to design and create so that people could wear them and enjoy them. But now, after almost 4 years, I know that I was right in believing in myself and launching that clothing brand despite all the fears and hesitation. And one of the things that really helped me to guide myself through all of that is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names to brands just getting started. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. You can accelerate your efficiency whether you're uploading new products or trying to improve existing ones. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. Plus, Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's time to turn those what-ifs into cash money, baby, with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/trash. Go to shopify.com/trash. That's shopify.com/trash. Back to the episode.
Because you said you read the manga for this before watching this,
Yeah.
right?
Well, because I went into the bookstore, I guess it was like maybe a day after the first volume got released.
Yeah.
And imagine, like, you know, I'm just like, all right, let's see what kind of new stuff is, you know, going on in the manga world. And the first thing I see is this fucking aesthetic as shit rooster on the front cover just staring back at me. And I'm like, I have to read this. What the fuck is this? And yeah, it was just as absurd as this. I think the anime, though, does a really good job of, like, again, it's that fine line of ridiculous and just epic.
Yeah.
which you know is what anime is all about, in my opinion.
It's really interesting to see where the story goes as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, presumably there'll be more characters introduced.
I want to know if KG saves his sister, bro.
Yeah. One thing that I really appreciate watching a show like this is I'm just so curious. What is the process in character designing when it's not
Yeah.
human characters?
Yeah,
'Cause,
right.
You know, I know how hard it is to give characters the exact features you want to characterize them in the way that you in the way that you envision, which is hard enough for human characters. How do they find that balance? How do we see a character
don't
like
know,
Elizabeth and you're just like, ooh, okay. What reference material are the artists drawing for? I'm so fucking curious.
I'm just trying to imagine how many chickens did this author have to draw in
Yeah.
order for them to be
How'd
like,
you look-
I've got the one.
How'd you look at like an aesthetic looking chicken and being like, all right, how do I make this like kind of sexy? Without like going all the way, like
It must inspire.
Yeah.
I thought you took Japanese chicken and then this all comes
Yeah,
up.
it's just like
Japanese
cooked chicken. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like it needs, like, this author is just teetering on the cusp of like, is it furry? Is this furry art? No, this is proper manga art.
Yeah.
I'm taking this fully seriously.
I mean, luckily there's quite a lot of variations in how chickens look. Right?
Yeah.
The amount of like different kind of patterns that they have.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
chicks are so cute.
They are so
Oh,
cute.
goddamn adorable.
And Pyoko's so cute as well. in the
Yeah.
show.
Have you ever held her like a chick? Just let
Yeah.
her bounce around your hands. Oh, they're so
So
fluffy.
soft.
God.
I feel like this is a random fact, or maybe random bullshit that I just made up. I think like the determining the sex of a chicken is like one of the like hardest jobs in the world or something. It's like one of the most well paid. I could be wrong.
I mean,
apparently like it's impossible to tell the sex of a chicken.
Oh, you mean like a chick?
I think so.
Yeah.
But apparently there are people who can do it.
Yeah, I can tell who's on top. That's what rooster fighters taught me.
I mean,
Who's
actually-
a fucking G?
Actually, I was like, what is the mating ritual for chickens? Because were they?
dude, you just reminded me. I have a friend from school who has this job.
Isn't it like I feel like I saw it on an episode
And
of
it's-
IQI. It was
yeah.
like it's like one of the hardest fucking hardest things to train for.
Yeah, I just
have it.
remember my childhood friend Sora. He had a job where his whole thing was like trying to determine the sex of a chicken, and I remember he got paid really well for it.
Yeah, because apparently it's like an insanely hard skill to learn.
I just remembered that.
So there's a Wikipedia called chick sexing, which
Methods of chick sexing.
Oh, is by a trained person called a chick sexer. That's
Okay, go to the chick sexer Wikipedia. Wait,
can you just imagine?
can you Google how much do chick sexers get paid?
what do you do? I'm a chick sexer.
Your job title is a chick sexer.
Yeah, you go to like immigration in America. It's like, what do you do? It's like, I'm a chick sexer. It's like, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Where they get paid nothing.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, in
that-
the US.
It's probably that side gig though. Let's be real.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe.
now Reddit's saying 60K a year. And that was in like 8 years ago. Damn.
Damn,
Shortage
okay.
of chicken sexes in the UK despite £40,000 salary.
Damn.
Wow. Damn. Come on, UK.
Come on.
Who doesn't want to sex some chicks just now and again? Why is that the
You
one?
might make the next KG. You might.
You will be the next
If you
KG.
can find KG, you win $1 million.
Yeah. How do chickens actually reproduce? Like,
Hey, we saw it, bro. We saw it.
Is the show like law accurate? I say law accurate. Is the show like nature accurate?
Lore accurate. Yes, accurate to the chicken law. Well, I mean, because chickens have like I know it's called a cloaca, which is what all birds have, which is just kind of like the one hole for everything kind of thing.
Right.
Internal fertilization. There you go.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
there you go. The rooster mates with the hen by pressing their cloacas together, also known as a cloacal kiss, to transfer sperm. Yeah, so basically their butthole and the chicken's butthole kiss, and then they get pregnant.
Oh, they go ass to ass.
They go ass to ass,
Ass to
baby.
ass.
How many kids does KG have that he doesn't know about?
That's what I want to know.
Is he? KG probably has a lot of kids out there that he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Does the chicken society have child support? Because
No,
I feel for my bro
KG
KG.
support is destroying the world.
Yeah. Ring up Peter. They'll take care of him.
Maybe KG's actually the bad guy.
No, he's my goat. He's my
He's
goat.
the goat. Bro's the alpha male of chickens.
Yeah, watch one too many like alpha podcasts and you become the KG the chicken.
Oh my god.
But if you want to go and watch Rooster Fighter, you can do so on Hulu in the US or on Disney Plus internationally. So go watch it. You absolutely will love it. Thank you so much, Viz Media, for sponsoring this section. It was a lot of fun to be able to talk about the show and all
yeah.
of its absurdity.
Yeah. And make sure to, if you missed it, check out our reaction to the first 3 episodes over on the After Dark channel. Should be up there right now.
Yeah.
So check out that link in the description down below.
Hell yeah.
All right. And now from one anime without
To another.
to another.
Which one would you like to talk about first?
Let's talk about what's freshest in our minds, I guess.
Okay.
Because we just watched it this morning.
This was
we also-
Gaunt's recommendation, I believe.
I mean, I
I think
guess.
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that had seen this prior to us reacting to it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember who chose this one, but this was 100 meters.
I mean, I think we all wanted to watch this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we all wanted to
yeah.
watch this.
I think this was I think this was also mentioned in Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
this was,
Everyone wanted to watch this
everyone
Yeah.
wanted us to watch it. It's 100 meters, and this came out New Year's this year, but it was also out in theaters for a while last year as well. So it's been a while since this came out. A while, depending on your sense of time.
Yeah. And this is the first ever published work from the author of Orb, right?
Yeah, Uoto.
Yeah.
So before making Orb, they made 100 meters, and they've only made currently 2 finished manga, Orb and 100 meters, and goddamn, back-to-back banger, man.
Both are peak.
That's insane. They got 2 shows like this back to back that are both amazing and 2 fantastic adaptations in such a short time.
Totally.
Yeah, 2 very different adaptations.
Yeah,
as well.
they're very much so.
Because I guess what is your guys' thoughts of it? Because
Before we get to our thoughts, we did all watch this together on the same couch. And if you want to go and see that reaction, please go and do so. You can sign up to the Patreon to watch more of our reaction to the show.
Hell yeah.
There's obviously, it's a very thought-provoking and a very, not a very reaction-heavy movie, but still we gave a lot of commentary during it. And my God, this is a 10 out of 10.
yeah.
It's very, very
Genuinely a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is such a good movie.
I was so fucking I came in with high expectations and it met all of them in my eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect from the story except for it's everything that they make is probably going to make you think and probably going to make you reflect. And I feel like choosing a sports anime as the very first piece of work that they ever made was perfect for the themes that it tried to express.
Just something about sports anime when it's done like this is just becomes incredibly philosophical to the point where you don't even need to know or care much about the sport in question for it to really leave a lasting impact. I feel some of the best human dramas to come out of in the world of manga and anime, a lot of them are the sports ones.
Well, I think that's because sports is a universally understood way of kind of delving into that concept of okay, we're everyone has competed in a sport at some point, or even if they're not very good. And I think we've all had that feeling of I'm not the GOAT.
Yeah.
I am racing, I'm in this thing, but I am not the best at this.
Yeah.
So I know the sense of defeat. I know the sense of not being good enough. And I know the sense of, even if you're I was the fastest in my school.
Yeah.
I was the fastest in my primary and my high school. So I was oh yeah, good. I got hot shit.
Yeah.
And then I get to nationals and I got humbled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it's that realization and that moment of being oh wow, I'm not the best.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of people that are better than me. I just wasn't near them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And in this narrow view, I was very good. And that human aspect of, at some point in your life, you have to move on.
Yeah.
You have to be all right, I'm not,
Yeah.
this isn't my life. I'm not
I'm washed.
I'm washed.
I'm kind of
My
washed.
girl
I
washed.
fell off low-key.
I'm not the Michael Phelps of this sport.
Yeah.
I have to move on.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why sports anime have always been, especially when they take this kind of route to it instead of the Kuroko no Basket route,
Yeah.
a really good vehicle for kind of analyzing, life, motivation.
The human condition.
Everything about just what it means to be happy. That's, again, when you're watching the show, it is a sports anime, but it's not about the sport.
Yeah. Totally.
It's
And
also,
so
sorry, can we get this off the screen? It's so distracting.
Yeah.
Seeing the animation constantly. Sorry, I'm just dumb. I
yeah.
have a monkey brain.
And that's basically what this movie is about. It is about the 100 meters, and it is about a group of characters and their different approach and philosophy to why they compete in the 100 meters or why they compete in track and field. Why do they run? Which is a question that is constantly asked in this film, which is kind of a metaphor to why do we do anything in life? What is it that drives you? What is it that drives these characters? And you can tell that it's from the author of Orb because every character has such a deep philosophical kind of
viewpoint.
Yeah.
They're all differing viewpoints as well, slightly, but
Yeah.
in the same way they also slightly overlap, which makes for just really interesting dialogue exchanges between characters because there's a lot of interactions where you could have 2 different characters that run for different reasons in their own head, but then maybe one thing another character says or one other different viewpoint that another character has kind of makes them reflect on why they think a certain way or why they want to continue to run or why they even run in the first place, right? And so getting to see as these characters grow older as well, getting to see that overlapping but also this head-to-head in kind of philosophical ideation is just really interesting because as you said, even though it's a movie about track and field, it's also about just how you run through life, I guess.
Should
in
we
that
briefly
sense.
explain the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can try.
Since you brought it up.
Okay. So it starts off with we have
we get the character names up again.
yeah.
Togashi.
I'm bad. Togashi, who goes by Koyama for most of the movie, right?
Komiya.
Oh, Komiya. Sorry, Komiya.
Yeah.
No, Komiya's the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Komiya's
sorry.
the other
Togashi. So the movie opens up with Togashi, who is this kid who is by far and away the most talented runner in this school.
He's that kid.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
that kid. And even like the news is picked up on this kid. He's so good that like this kid is a generational talent. He's gonna be the GOAT. And then also at the same time, a new kid transfers to the school because it's anime, of course. And that's Komiya, who is a kid that runs like a feral animal. He has no technique. His shoes are shit. But he's got willpower. But he is definitely a worse runner than Togashi, and it's kind of shown that. But he's got the will, and that's like his secret weapon is that he somehow looks like he might be able to catch up to him. So they both race in these the school day in different races, and they both win their respective races. And then suddenly Komiya gets transferred, and then we skip time and go ahead. And then we skip, like 5? Oh, I guess they're in high school now, the end of high school.
Yeah, about 5 years, yeah.
And Togashi now, even though he is the GOAT, and he also, when he was a kid, met the current best runner, Zatsu, who is the Japan's #1 runner. Everyone's always talking about how amazing
No,
he
he
is.
met Nigami.
Yeah.
Oh, Nigami. Oh, sorry.
Nigami.
Oh, my God. Sorry.
So Nigami is like someone else who is an up-and-coming track and field star. Zaitsu is kind of like the...
He's like the national champion.
He's like
Right,
the
sorry, I'm
Otani
confused.
of this world. You know what I mean? He
the
is
GOAT.
like, he's the GOAT, setting all of the records.
He's the LeBron of track and field.
Yeah, he's like right up there at the top.
Yeah.
But mainly, the show focuses on Togashi and Komiya,
Yeah.
and kind of like their convergence, and everyone else is kind of like circling around their main kind of like storylines. And you see an opposite narrative between both of these two characters. Togashi is someone who starts off very young, very talented, and someone who has high hopes and would be the person that you think would be like stand at the top of the track and field world. And then as he grows older, he comes to this realization that he may be not as talented as he thought he would, as he thought he could be, you know, as everyone told he would, as everyone told him he would be. And he just kind of like starts achieving less and less and starts losing motivation. Whereas Komiya starts off as an absolute nobody and rises as to one of the most promising track and field stars of this world, someone who can actually rival Zaitsu in terms of his speed. And it's a story about Togashi finding acceptance with his current kind of like skill level, and Komiya kind of like finding why he wants to run in the first place. Why is it that he's so driven to try to be the best? Because he kind of like, his character kind of feels like empty outside of running, you know? And I feel like he comes to that realization at the end where he's like, well, I don't even know why I'm fucking chasing records.
Well, I think his whole philosophy was like, you know, he would say like, you know, if you feel anxiety about like a race or like that you're not good enough, then like put all of that to the side and only focus on you want to run because you want to be in the first place, you want to break records. That's the whole reason why I do it.
Yeah.
And then in the end of the movie, he gets absolutely creamed by Togashi and Komiya. And another character, Kaido, as well, who's also another really interesting character. And I think that's the moment where he kind of realizes that, like, once he has actually lost at such a high level, that kind of makes him be like, I think it makes him realize that the motivation that he had to do what he was doing was kind of foolish in a way, like, or, you know, maybe misguided in a certain sense, because he's seeing these other runners who just beat them, but having completely different motivations that have almost like usurped his, you know, philosophy of running, for example.
yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
There's a lot of ways to interpret this.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
guess I feel like I interpreted it differently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
How did you interpret it?
Well, I interpreted so for example, in the show, let's just so we can get everyone up to speed.
Yeah.
There's a lot kind of in the middle, but for the main focus of this discussion, I think we can kind of explain the end.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where the end is basically there's these, I guess there's 4 main runners, I guess. So 3 really, but I guess 4 kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because Kaido's kind of introduced quite later on into the story. But basically it's just one big race at the end. Because Togashi and Komiya had a race prior, which was 10 years prior to the big race where Koyama beat Togashi.
Yeah.
And then the final race at the end, they have one big race where Togashi and Komiya are like neck and neck. And then they're finally happy because they're racing and they're at the same speed, and they're happy because they found an opponent who's,
a worthy opponent.
both inspire each other basically
Yeah.
to keep improving. And then it cuts. We don't find out who won. But I think like before this, there's a lot of kind of there's this like weird part. Well, not weird. I mean, it's fun. Like where all the characters all kind of start talking and realizing, oh shit, why are we actually doing this?
Yeah.
And I think too, in a sense, the whole movie obviously it's about running, but there's this. I feel like it's also just not about running at all.
No, it's not.
In any way. Like the running is just the
Metaphor.
the metaphor for what it is. And you'd mentioned that Togashi's motivations gone. What did you say they were again? I felt like
Togashi's motivation, I said he kind of lost his motivation midway through when he started getting humbled.
Yeah. Originally, when Togashi was a kid, his motivation to run was kind of void. Like he would say as a kid, he's like, oh, I don't really have a motivation to run. I just run because I know that I'm the fastest kid in the school.
I read it as I thought like Togashi as a character had never like he's never had like suffered defeat.
Yeah.
And like there's a really good scene, although there's one part of the shot that was goofy and it made me laugh. I feel bad. Where Togashi's in this park, and at one point in the story, Togashi is told by a doctor that he shouldn't run.
Yeah.
But
He's injured himself.
He's injured. He can't run, and if he runs, he might permanently damage his leg for life. But because at this point in the story, Togashi hasn't really competed at a serious level, and he hasn't won anything, his sponsors are like, hey, if you don't run, you will lose your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make you a coach, and you'll never run again. So, he's quite torn about it. And he sees these kids in the park who are trying to win their 100-meter race, and they're kind of, talking to each other about, sports day, about how they're like, what should I do? And Togashi is talking to them, and he's explaining the technique on what to do and how to win. And then there's this moment where he kind of breaks and he realizes that he's explaining to these kids, hey, it's important to make sure that you're okay with losing.
Yeah.
And I think in that moment is when Togashi realizes that he's never okay with it. He's never been okay with it. And the whole story arc of Togashi was, and we're humans, so we're dumb. And we will literally live our whole lives to avoid feeling something, because that's what we do. We're creatures of comfort. And comfort is the enemy of progress. So I think that Togashi's character is that he's just unwilling to, his entire life, to be defeated. Because he's won so many times. Because in high school, it's not expressed that he ever lost anything, but suddenly he started waning his interest. And I felt like that was because of the fear of he never wanted to lose, because the higher competition he keeps going, and the older he gets, the more chance he's going to be facing with someone who might make him lose, or someone who does. And so when actually facing defeat, he's never been equipped to deal with defeat, whereas Komiya is totally fine getting defeated. For him, it's what inspires him more, because being defeated is to be able to try again and learn.
Hold the phone, boys, because this episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. Finding a doctor you actually need feels like discovering a diamond in the rough. Sure, you want someone in network nearby with open time slots, but let's be honest, that's just the start. You and everybody around you also deserve someone who really listens, makes you comfortable, calms your nerves, explains things clearly. Now, you might think a doctor like that doesn't exist. That's just all fiction, Joey. But you're wrong, because your diamond in the rough doctor does exist, and finding them is easy on ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 150,000 providers across all 50 states. Whether you're looking for dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or one of the other 200+ specialties offered on ZocDoc, you can easily search by specialty or symptom to build the care team that's right for you. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments appointments as well. As your typical man who is incredibly bad at booking things for himself, even if they are life-threatening in some instances, if I was living in the US, I would definitely be using something like this to make sure that me and my family are nice and healthy for the rest of our lives. So stop putting off those doctor appointments, dummy, and go to ZocDoc.com/trash to find and instantly book a doctor you love today. That's ZocDoc.com/trash. ZocDoc.com/trash. Big thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this message. Back to the episode.
But all the characters have such interesting, I mean, like this discussion that we can have.
Yeah.
But it reflects on all of us. You know,
Yeah.
I think.
And I feel like that's like such a good part of Uoto's writing, where he will have characters and he will use these characters as a vehicle to present different ideas, different viewpoints, but he never explicitly says this is the right one.
Yeah.
You know, he will say, okay, you have here's a bunch of different interesting characters, and you can make your own interpretation, and you can find your own answer through one of these characters.
Yeah.
Because I would say the character that by far I thought had one of the biggest impacts, even though he had like some of the shorter screen time, Kaido.
Oh yeah, Kaido.
My God, what a fucking goated character.
Aura.
Unk shows up for like 5 scenes and steals the show, man.
I mean, if you make Kenjiro voice anything, bro.
Suda Kenjiro's characters are just aura.
They literally, it's so unfair. One man gets to have all that aura,
I know.
like in a voice. It's chills, dude, chills.
And it's like a totally different character from the other character he voices in Orb, which is Noak. 2 totally different characters, but damn, steals the show in both different series as well.
Because Kaido is introduced really late, and he feels like his whole point is kind of just breaking these characters and making them all realize almost like he's like, hey, I'm old. I know why I'm here, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the love of the game. This is where I want to fucking be.
Totally.
But I think there's a lot of lines in these that are like really powerful. But I feel like the line, when I first watched this by myself, the line that hit me like the hardest was Kaido's speech to Togashi.
Oh yeah.
Where he was like, look, I've been second best my entire life. You know, I'm fucking tired of being told I was born in the wrong generation. You know, everyone doesn't even like, I'm not even a blip on anyone's radar. But his speech about breaking out of the reality that he sees for himself by never stopping to believe in himself. You know, he has one job, and that is to believe in himself. So even if no one else does, he still thinks he's going to craft his own reality.
And the way Uoto phrases it too is so good, because he phrases it like Kaido's like, I'm running from reality.
Yeah.
Which is like such a cool like analogy to present in a character like this, because it's like it links that analogy to what he's actually doing physically, which is like, he's like, I'm running for the love of the game. I'm running so that I could just be like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says about me or what they call me. I'm doing this because I believe in myself and I know I can be the best.
I mean, in human life, like introspection is one of the hardest things to consistently do to yourself. To be able to actually sit down and come to terms with what is happening emotionally for yourself, what is happening in your life, and to be able to genuinely, and I like, not like, I know there's some problems in my life, like to genuinely be uncomfortable with those feelings. Because for Kaido, right, like he's mentioned this, he's number 2, sure, on the track, cool. But what that entails is that you're on the track for 10 seconds. The rest of your time, you have to sit with what happened on those tracks for 10 seconds. And in between all those races and all those competitions. And to be able to push that, hey, I am introspective. I have been able to see that I'm realistic here. I know what I'm dealing with. You need to do it too. It was such a cool moment. And then he fucking gets a win in the semi heats, which was which was so sick because he locks in. He goes,
locks in.
alternate reality.
That moment where he just like locks in and he goes, I will break this reality, and he does it. I remember like first time watching it, I was like, fuck yes.
Into Kenjiro's voice.
Yes.
It's just like,
oh my god. Ankh has still got it, man. I don't know how old he's meant to be, but I feel like he's way older.
This fast as
He
fuck.
looks way older than he's actually like canonically meant to be in this.
I mean, he looks how every Final Fantasy says you look when you're like 30. Like, he looks like decrepit in Final Fantasy terms.
Yeah.
I also really love Zaitsu.
Zaitsu didn't get too many scenes either.
No, but the scene where he goes into, there's a scene in this movie which maybe is all time for me. He goes into school to give a speech to all the aspiring athletes in Kyushu with Komiya, and he's kind of weird because he's just kind of like very weirdly upfront and
emotionless.
Yeah.
kind of like
Blunt?
nihilistic and blunt to all these kids.
I feel like this was Woto reading a book on nihilism, and he was just going to be like, I want to make a character
That is nihilist,
solely around that.
So, you know, the school leader is like, I forgot what he even asks. It doesn't really matter that much
Yeah.
compared to
Yeah.
what he asks something. And
He asked,
gets it
why'd you
with-
run?
Right. And then Komiya goes, hey, I have like really bad anxiety. How do you deal with it as a runner? How do you
Yeah.
deal with anxiety? And then he goes, what did he say? He goes something along the lines of like,
Deal with it.
no, run from anxiety or something.
Yeah.
You should outrun your anxiety.
Yeah, he's like, don't let anxiety get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it to the side. But I will say, I think for me, like one of the most memorable lines in the movie is from Zaitsu, like near the end, where I forgot who he was talking to, but he says this line, which I thought was really good, where he was like, if you're, being in first is no different to being in last if there is no one around you.
Oh, I like
to
that
look at.
line.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that line so much because it's like, because, his entire life has just been, he's always been at the top of the game. He's always been first, almost to the point where he's talking to Komiya. Yeah, he was like, his entire upbringing, he was always like the national champion, always at number one. Even, when you look at his character, it's almost like he wasn't even trying to like be that. It's just like
Yeah.
God-given talent. And then when he finally confronts Komiya about like, being number one all the time isn't the point. And, maybe being number one all the time isn't the reason why you should be running all the time. And it's this kind of moment where even Zaitsu realizes that the way, or I guess the mentality that he has towards running is potentially a little bit flawed.
Yeah.
Especially after, and this is before he loses in like a really, really bad way at the end that, makes him be like, actually, I quit. This game sucks. I thought it was like a really memorable line.
Yeah, I also, there's oh my God, there's so much fun stuff to talk about and to analyze. Like,
Yeah.
even the scene directly after this, there's a scene where I think his name is Tsuneda, who is the at the time of where the scene was placed, was kind of the number one runner in the club at the school that Komiya was at, and he kind of breaks down for like a number of reasons. Like, I'm sure like he's jealous of the potential that Komiya is showing,
Yeah.
and there's probably a lot going on. But he kind of explodes at Komiya and is like, "Hey, your fucking body is like begging you to stop running.
Yeah.
It can tell something's not right."
Yeah.
And I think there is like, although the motivations might be misplaced, where that might be coming from, I think it's such
He's
a
still
cool
spitting.
scene. He's right.
Yeah, he is right.
Because what is like through all this like aura farming and cool fucking one-liners is that like he's quite right. Like even Zaitsu, who doesn't realize it at the time when he's telling him, "Hey, you should run from your anxiety."
Yeah.
Is that Zaitsu's also not got it figured out either.
Yeah.
No.
Zaitsu at this point doesn't realize why he's even running, really, and he's so confidently saying these things because he's just the fastest runner.
Yeah.
And so we're listening to him in this story because he comes from a position of being the best, of being number one.
Yep.
Which, in the world and of what we've built is that, oh, that guy must be right because he's the best at what he does.
Yeah.
And he must have it figured out.
Yep.
When he might just be more mentally broken than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Totally.
But we're listening to him because we put people on a pedestal for the results they can achieve in certain things. And he's right about, Tsuneda is right about Komiya because, the one time that Komiya gets beaten in the race by the old guy, it's like he gets mind broken, like in a hentai, bro. His whole worldview is broken now because he realizes, what the fuck is it all for?
Yeah.
This old guy who's like having fun just beat me.
Yeah, totally.
And so it's such an awesome like take on you know, sometimes when we're working or when we're spending time with people, we're so willing to like throw ourselves into something to not have to think about that anxiety, to not have to think about
reality,
what is actually happening around us.
Yeah.
And even in this, it's like we don't see anything of their lives outside of racing.
No,
Yeah.
we don't.
Which I think is great. Because like if they had like a sad backstory going on or whatever, I think it would take away from it. Because I think it's meant to be like you don't know anything about these guys other than what they show through their like on track and track life.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful because of that. And there's a lot to take away from this, and I feel like a lot of people will probably end up watching this and feel a lot of the things, but maybe not know how to break them down and kind of internalize some of the messaging and kind of be a bit more introspective about it. Because that's the takeaway here is to be introspective, is to look at what you're doing in your life and why are you doing it. Like, why are you really doing it?
Yeah.
Are you really happy? Like, go deeper. Don't just feel like, yeah, I think I'm happy. Like, there's so much more layers, and we're so bad as humans, kind of like really delving into how we feel about these things. And it's so cool seeing almost like 4 or 5 different perspectives and how that changes based on who is currently the guy running 10 seconds fastest.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so fun. Like what a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it speaks volumes that you've just seen 3 people quote 3 different lines that have hit us in 3 different ways. There will be a line in there that hits you and makes you think, because there'll be a line that makes you think, oh shit, I kind of relate to this, or I never thought about it like that, because that's just how dense this movie is in terms of how many like life-changing or life-reflecting lessons and viewpoints there are in this one short film.
Yeah.
Which just, it's so fucking powerful.
And also, can we talk about the fucking animation?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Oh my god. Like, so this anime does rotoscoping in a way that is probably the best I've seen in anime.
By far. It's not even
by
close.
far,
This
like
is
there
like
are
the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
some of the most accurate running animation you'll ever see that actually looks amazing and realistic, which is what you want for a show that's this grounded in reality.
Yeah.
And that prolonged shot of that one race in the rain is insane. I've never seen anime do that before.
Because that was the shot before the midpoint turn, where before we jump 10 years ahead.
Yeah.
But it was just the perfect shot.
So good.
There is a shot that lasts for about 1 minute and 40 seconds. I think I timed it out.
Yeah.
Something around there. It's a very, very long shot, and it is the start, shows you the entire beginning and build up of what is the culmination at that point of like the biggest race at that point that we've seen, where both of the 2 main characters get to race it out. And it just holds on the shot, and the music builds, and it just lets you live in the moment before the race, because the race doesn't last. The race barely lasts like anything compared to the build-up. It's 10 seconds. That's
10
it.
seconds.
Right? But it lets you build. It lets the audience feel that anticipation before this monumentally big race.
Yeah.
And then after the shot's over, it goes to silence, and it's only like sound effects and heavy breathing.
It's
and that's what you hear.
It's basically like, it's just 30 seconds of just like the rain getting stronger and stronger and stronger until it just turns into white noise.
Yeah.
And and then it just cuts, and it's this beautiful moment because it's the moment when you really see Togashi and everything that he has kind of built his life around when it comes to track and field, and like, you know, what he thought was his purpose in all of this, and what his whole purpose in just life is in general, and what he, you know, believes in, just snap at that moment.
I mean, he hadn't lost before this.
Yeah.
This is the first time he's ever lost.
And he lost to Komiya as well, of all people, you know. So that was the turning point, where I guess, in a sense, where reality actually sets in for Togashi, and he discovers for the first time the anxiety and the true scariness that is the reality of his life.
Yeah.
And you know, as he becomes an adult, he's still trying to figure that out. And I think that's what I like about Togashi, is that he really is a fantastic representation of a person who is just in a constant journey to figure out what their purpose in life is and why they do what they want to do and what they want to achieve and what they want to strive for, which I think a lot of people can relate to. You know, it's like there's a lot of people out there that think they know what they want to be or think they know what they want to believe in, and then something or some element in their life makes them maybe pivot a 180 or makes them think otherwise or maybe makes them self-doubt. But at the end of the day and at the end of this movie, it's kind of insinuated that maybe Togashi hasn't exactly figured out the answer to his life, but he's gotten one step closer.
Yeah.
You know, which is how I interpret the ending of the movie.
I think Togashi was probably like the right choice to be the main character, because I think a lot of people, pretty much everyone, can relate to that feeling of feeling like you're a superhero when you're a kid at a certain thing.
Yeah.
And then just that moment where you get humbled when you reach adulthood, or you enter a bigger high school or something like that. You're raised
into the real world.
Yeah, into the real world. You're raised to think that life is going to be easy, that you figured stuff out, and then everyone reaches that point when you realize, oh, this shit is hard.
Yeah, because even in the movie, we see everyone, you know, he gets the fucking press tour with the current record holder.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's telling him he's the best.
That he's the GOAT.
So, you know, it's a hard thing to have to grow up with that and realizing you're not.
Yeah, totally.
Especially when, you know, you go, even for him, he goes up until he's like 18 before he suffers a defeat.
Yeah.
And then it takes him 10 years to get over it.
Yeah.
And then he only gets over it because he only thinks he has 3 races left.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he medically won't be able to. It takes him literally having to like force retirement for him to finally get over the fact that he can lose.
Yeah.
Like he can't get over that for the entire show.
Yeah. And I just thought when it ended, and I thought it was such a perfect ending where we didn't get to see who won. After all this build up about who the fastest person can be, about records, about shattering your preconceived reality, we don't see who won because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It never was about winning or losing. It was always about why and what the drives are. You know, and I thought it was such a succinct ending to this film that encapsulates all of the themes that it was trying to portray in it.
We could literally talk about this for hours.
we could.
Music, godlike, as always.
I would actually say what stood out to me in a lot of this wasn't actually the music, it was the lack of it in a lot of
It plays with silence a lot.
It does.
Well, the sound, the Foley was like phenomenal.
Yeah.
All the sounds of everything sounded so good.
Yeah. But I also feel like what made some of these lines really like stick in was there's a lot of times when the silence holds for an almost uncomfortable period of time.
Yeah.
Where a character will say something and you see they have this kind of like they're thinking or they have this realization and they won't say anything. They will just stand there. And it gives you that breathing room to just also feel what the character is feeling as well.
Yeah, the movie takes its time because it understands that the messages that it's trying to convey to the audience takes time to process, I think.
Yeah. It's also a pretty short movie, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
In this
it
landscape,
is.
that's short.
Yeah.
It used to be normal length. Yeah. It's a very good, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's phenomenally paced. You know, there are a lot of characters to kind of keep track of.
Yeah.
But it never feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's all just meticulously done, and the time skips are never jarring. Like it always feels like it makes complete sense.
At the perfect time as well.
Yeah. Like you never feel like you're lingering too much on an era. There's like 3 different eras that they're on. It's just phenomenal. Like really, really amazing stuff. And it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And like what a cool depiction of just being a human being.
Yeah.
You know, and dealing with like, you know, your reason for life, mental wellness, all this shit, man. Like it's all here.
Everyone is flawed in different aspects. And I think this movie does such a good job of like exploring all of that and characters trying to figure all of that out.
Yeah, I also just thought that they chose just the perfect sport for this. The concept of 100 meters, which is your entire life being condensed down to 10 seconds. That's like,
and it's so primal as well.
Yeah,
the act of running is so primal.
Yeah, there's just something fucking romantic about that idea. You know, like you sacrifice your entire life for just 10
seconds,
10 short seconds. Yeah, you know. Like,
this is the most serious we've ever been on Anime Club, so that tells you something about this movie.
I mean, I could praise this for days.
Yeah.
And last thing I want to end on is, damn, what is the mangaka gonna do next?
Yeah, I mean they've
Back to back of this hard.
It is also kind of like frustrating. I don't really care about this kind of stuff in general normally, but it's so annoying that like why can we never get Japanese movies like nominated in like Oscars and stuff for awards?
Yeah.
This fucking needs awards, bro.
Yeah.
This is so fucking good. I wish more people would watch this, but they won't just because it's Japanese and they have to watch subtitles. But there's a dub too, but it's just like so frustrating because both of these shows are amazing and it's awesome seeing the aspect of character writing and just the absolute understanding of human emotions that this author has. I forgot the name. Uoto.
Yeah.
Because like even in Chi, you can see them kind of take these same ways of handling characters, but putting them towards something else, which is the goal of just human progression.
Yeah.
And what that looks like when different types of people are willing to sacrifice for the goal of progress and understanding, which can be kind of a nebulous kind of thing at times that, you know, is a thankless job to advance human understanding, but you know, we're all better for it. And it's such a cool thing to see. And I mean, if anything, this is probably like the most exciting author right now to watch. I feel like
I feel like top two right now is like anything that Uta makes and Tatsuki Fujimoto as well.
Yeah.
You know, we are living in an era of exciting ass mangaka coming out. You know, you look back in the period where, you know, imagine what it would be like living through the period where you get to see what Naoki Urasawa makes next. You know, that's how I feel reading these works.
Totally.
I'm like, damn, this is just goated after goated stuff, man.
They can't go back to back to back.
What the fuck?
Wait, they can.
Wait, you made Monster, then 20th Century Boys, then Pluto,
then Billy Bat?
Billy Bat. What the? Oh my lord.
He don't miss.
It's just awesome to see that there's still so many talented authors, like still kind of, you know, making amazing manga and
what's
stories.
to say there's like so many mangaka out there that are just hiding in the rough, you know?
Yeah.
And just need to be dug up either by an anime adaptation or whatever it might be.
This feels like a must watch. Everyone's got to watch 100 meters.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half of your day.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. It is fucking life changing.
If Orb wasn't already a must watch, like 100 meters is also a must watch. Anything that I think this author is responsible for, I think is a must watch for anyone.
You're hitting 2 out of 2 bangers like that. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
What the hell are they going to make next?
Yeah, I know, right? How did they top this?
Have they announced what they're working on next? Or
I'm not sure.
Because I think she ended quite a while ago, from my understanding. Like the manga.
The manga started in 2020. Can we see when she ended?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the
manga? When did the manga end? Because it only has like 8 volumes? Yeah. It's only got 8 volumes.
Oh, yeah, April
2022. So they haven't done anything since in about 4 years.
They're cooking.
They're cooking.
I believe.
You know it's good when the genres is award-winning.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, even if they never made another one, I'd still be very happy. So I hope they're working on something because they have a lot to say, and I think they're a fantastic
Like, imagine
writer.
the flex of having 2 anime adaptations within a year, and they both actually be runner for like anime of the year contenders.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like, that's an insane body of work.
Yeah, legit.
You know?
So we're excited to see what Uoto has to offer next, but we've got one more anime for this week's Anime Club, and it is a Patreon suggestion.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say it's maybe one of the more talked about shows of this season?
Yeah,
When I looked at this season's chart, I think it was sitting at like number 4.
there's a lot.
There's a lot going on this season, though.
There is a lot going on this season.
a lot going on this season.
Yeah.
It was weird because when episode 1 came out, this was like, this would not get off my feed. And then I feel like I haven't heard as many people talk about this. Maybe when we had the Anime Club Patreon suggestions, they were like, this is when Sentenced to Be a Hero, which is what we're going to talk about, was like the hottest IP. And then it's just kind of continued as usual. Everyone is talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, Free Ren, and
so
I think there's a couple of things happening there, at least with the conversation. I think Free Ren and Jujutsu Kaisen are like massively memed constantly.
Yes.
So I think that is also helping quite a lot with the fact that they're constantly in public dialogue.
It's rated quite highly.
But it's
But yeah.
You know, that first episode was pretty insane.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm caught up on it.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I'm caught
Wait, how
up.
many episodes are out?
Right now, there's 10.
Damn, you watch all 10 episodes?
I watched all 10 episodes because I don't know about you guys. I really fucking love this show.
Yeah, I fucking loved
This
it.
is awesome. This was fucking sick.
It was sick.
I'm just like, because you know, when I saw the title, not reincarnate, sorry, sentenced to be a hero. You know, I thought to myself, oh fuck, another isekai slop. And then that first 1 hour long episode, I was like, okay, this is different.
This gave me like, I don't know why, but like Rising of the Shield Hero
I was about
vibes.
to say, this is Rising of the Shield Hero if you darkened it up.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and it's not. I don't think it's as edgy as Rising.
I don't think it's definitely not as edgy. Yeah.
I feel like it hit a lot harder in some ways, dare I say.
Yes.
Not to say I didn't enjoy Rising of the Shield Hero, because I watched the whole season and Kevin's music was amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. But I didn't watch the rest. But this was phenomenal. That first episode, I love this trend of like when the episode is an hour, you know you're eating
know it's
good.
good.
You know you're eating good. So when I first saw this first episode was an hour, I was like, oh, okay, shit. All right,
You didn't say that about Oshinoko though.
Yeah, that's true.
No, okay. I want to say, by the way, I was fucking right about Oshinoko. I called it from episode 2. That shit was going to go downhill so fucking fast. The writing was on the wall from episode 2, and if you couldn't see it, you're incompetent. Okay? I saw it. Okay, sorry, I was getting that out of my
you're
system.
good, you're good.
I'm so annoyed at people being like, I had no idea this show fell off. I'm like, it fell off from episode 2, you dumb bitch. Anyone can tell. Sorry. Okay,
But
sorry.
anyway,
Okay,
back
sorry.
to
God.
Sentenced
Sorry,
to be a
God.
Hero.
Sorry.
Wow. Well, if we weren't talking about Sentenced to be a Hero now,
If we're talking about a good show.
So it opens up.
Yep.
Insane animation from the
Oh
get-go.
my god.
Not only does this, the first thing that stands out is that the creativity of the shots in the action of the
POV
first.
shots, dude.
Oh, it starts off with a POV shot.
Yeah.
Of you
Yeah.
Chase. You're like, okay, we've seen this a couple of times, but it's nice. Constantly, they use the action and the swipes of the actions to change the camera angle.
Yeah.
And it is just absolute cinema from the get-go.
I don't know who directed this, but they fucking cooked
I
in
will
the
tell you
direction.
who directed this. This was directed by the guy. Oh, you haven't watched Mushoku Tensei. It's the guy who directed probably some of the best episodes of season 1 of Mushoku Tensei.
Oh, okay.
Is the one where they fight in the ice thing?
Yeah,
Is
Turning
that-
Point 2.
Yeah.
It's that episode. He was the episode director of that episode. And he is
Oh.
now directing Sentenced to be a Hero, which is why it looks so
It
damn
looks
fantastic.
so fucking good.
Yeah, this first episode. Well, you know, there's a sequence in the first part that goes on for about 4 or 5 minutes, and it is just like movie level.
It is movie
animation,
level.
Yeah.
for 5 minutes straight, and you're like, okay, they've run out of gas.
Yeah.
And then
They can't keep
then
this
it
up for an
changes
hour.
into second gear, and they keep going. And the show for the whole hour just keeps getting better and better with the animation. It
Yeah.
goes off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
But it's like it's got this awesome fucking, and I love the colors as well. It's
Yeah.
so
The explosions.
I was about to
look
say
beautiful.
Yeah, it's really the one thing that I immediately noticed from episode 1 is that even though this is meat and potatoes dark fantasy, like it is
Yeah.
dark fantasy, very gory, very violent, it is so vibrant. Which
Yeah.
is such a
Yeah.
nice contrast because you know, when you think dark fantasy, you think like dreary, grayscale, very dark, you know, to make sure that like the gloomy atmosphere is like holding on.
Yeah.
Whereas this anime was just like, nah, the monsters are going to be like neon colored.
Yeah.
Which somehow works.
yeah, I like it.
I
know,
don't know how, but it works.
There's when I watch a lot of like new fantasy, like basically fantasy / isekai adaptations, there's always like the filter. There's always
Yeah.
the checklist about, okay, is this going to be a trashy show? Number 1, they had demon lords in this. The
Yeah.
demon lords weren't fuckable. All right, they probably are trying to take this world seriously.
Yeah.
Number 2, you don't start off the episode with like a 5-minute long monologue.
Yeah, a reincarnation monologue.
Yeah, like a reincarnation monologue, be like saying exposition about the world building and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
What I really enjoyed was like you could see, for example, some of the like weapons and technology that the soldiers were using.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they had their own kind of like logic about how they function, but it
Like
never
magic
Sacred Seals.
systems.
yeah, it
the
never
Sacred
really
Seals.
gets
Cool.
like explained to you. They just show it and let you kind of like figure out what these certain things do.
I can very quickly explain the first episode. We start off with a really cool sequence of action. of, I believe, Dota, who's carrying some kind of box that's all wrapped up, and it looks very heavy. And he's running around with it, getting away from these guards. Then a giant frog covered in this like infection-looking thing is just absolutely decimating them. And the action sequence is so cool. It's so gory. It's so over the top. Then Xylo, our main character, kind of pops in, kills this thing, and is like, "What the fuck are you doing, you dumb little bitch?" He's like, "I don't know. I was just stealing this coffin." And we're kind of introduced to one of the most like interesting things in this world at this point, because as the Xylo saves Dota from this frog that's about to kill him, he's got this like stake impaled in him, and he's like, "Just fucking kill me and resurrect me later." He's like, "Are you fucking dumb? If I do that, you'll be reborn with less memories, and you'll be stupid, and you'll fucking hate me for that." He's like, "No, just fucking kill me." He's like, "You're a dumb bitch.
Stop being a baby."
He's like, "Let me just fucking do this." So he helps save him, even though it's very painful. And then he, it cuts, and that's the first sequence. It's a really fucking cool sequence. I'm glossing over it just to get you all up to speed.
Gives you the information nice and quick.
And we get to learn about one of the main mechanics of this world, which is that these heroes, for whatever reason, can be resurrected, and it seems like almost like a curse. We don't know why.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Bro, what the hell are you?" What? I was like, "What the hell is that in that box?" He's like, "Dota's like, I don't fucking know. I just stole it. I don't remember why." He's like, "You're a dumb bitch."
Bro's the biggest kleptomaniac I've ever seen.
It turns out Dota is definitely a klepto. And so he goes over, he's like, "Bitch, let me see what's in this box." He's like, "Is this a fucking coffin?" He's like, "Yeah, I guess it's a freaking coffin." So he opens the coffin, and inside is a lolly. Now, this is where I was like, "Oh no, please. No, what is this? Please don't go in a weird direction." And he's like, "Why do you have this?" He's like, "Have what?" He's like, "This is a motherfucking goddess. This is a weapon that kills the fucking demon lord, you dumb fuck. How did you get this? I hate these things." He's like, "I don't know, man." And so anyway, he's like, they hear some fighting going on, so they run away from the coffin to look at the fighting. And as they're looking over, this girl, Teorita, pops out and is like, "Oh, you have summoned me. I will be your goddess." And he's like, "Bitch, I don't fucking like goddesses. Get out of here." Yeah, he's like, "Who asked?" So he goes over and saves these knights from all these fucked up frog things by throwing his like kunai that explode on touch. And it's explained later on this is from his sacred seals, which is, I guess, some kind of like tablet which allows him to harness this energy.
Some kind of power system.
If the drawing and carvings are just right. So it's really interesting. So he does that, saves these guys, and then these knights who he just saved to our main character, Xylo, they're like, "Oh, you fucking piece of shit." He's like, "Bitch, I just saved your life." And they're like, "Oh, you're a fucking hero, you disgusting little bitch." This is exactly the dialogue.
Paraphrasing.
And then the Guardian comes over, who's kind of playing this role of like helping us get a bit of the story, the exposition. She's like, "Why do they hate you? You just saved them." He's like, "Well, it's because I'm a hero. I don't know. I did some fucked up crime, and my sentence is to be a hero." Title drop.
Which is in this world is a punishment that is worse than death.
Yeah, you're sentenced to be a hero, which is why they can be resurrected and called upon, because they have to serve the orders given to them. Anyway, the knights are like, "Why the fuck do you have the goddess? That's fucked up." And she's like, "I want to be tied to Xylo, the hero." And they're all like, "That's disgusting. He's a hero. You're a goddess. You should be with a holy knight, one of us." And then it gets ring, ring. It's the guy and his voice in his head. The guy, I guess, who's controlling these heroes, like, "Bitch, you got to go over here. There is a World War III happening, and the demon lord is approaching. And for some reason, the holy knights are going to sacrifice themselves to try and kill it." He's like, "Oh my God, for real?" So he goes over there, goes to try and help them, and all these holy knights are just getting decimated.